Alrighty, it says I am live, so happy Monday, good morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever it is for you. So we have some early people to the stream. Elizabeth is here. Happy Monday. Life of Angelina says hello. Wonderful to see you. And Pauline says hi. Hello. Welcome. Today is a prep day, I think, for Camp Nano. I'm going to be working on some outlining since I did the character profiles for my romantic suspense novella that I'm going to be drafting during Nano. So I've got the character profiles. I need to add those into my outline and sort of begin to type up my thoughts on the overarching conflict as well as the internal conflicts. So I'm going to be prepping for camp today. So what are you guys going to be doing? Nor says hello, welcome, and Kaylin says hi. Hello. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to get a little bit further along with my outline for the novella, even though I'm like completely ignoring my editing that I have to do because I don't want to do it. Because every time I read more, I wind up sort of like going, I flubbed this. I'm gonna have to fix this and that and this. So like it's kind of it's not overwhelming, but it is kind of disheartening to see like the grand story you have in your head doesn't come out perfectly on paper the first time, just like we all want to wave a magic wand and have it be perfect, but it's not. And so just kind of like looking at the work that it's going to take to get it to the much more grander scale that I want it to be is going to be a lot. And so just every time I edit, I sort of like that feeling sinks further in and I'm like, and I feel disappointed in myself. But even though I'm not really, because like I have a grand story world, it's just kind of like, this is going to take a lot of work. This is going to take a lot more time than I want. So what do? I put it off so it's going to take even more time because that's what a dawdler does. Netta says, hi. Nora is working on chapter 48. Nice. You are far in there. Life of Angelina is drafting. You haven't written since Friday, so you're ready to get some words in. All right. Do you not work on the weekends? You take the weekends off like a normal person? Like a sane person? Elizabeth is drafting. Ooh, almost at 70,000 words. That's exciting. That's awesome. That is a very, very solid number of words. Keep Faith Baby. Hey, I'm planning to finish the 3rd chapter of your new story. And then if you can, the 11th chapter of the script. Nice. So you're working in 2 different projects today. Very good. Hannah R. Palmer says, hello. Welcome. Keep Faith Baby says, you wrote a lot last week, but you didn't write on Sunday. Okay, nice. Life of Angelina, you usually write on weekends, but this past one was just busy with your birthday, Father's Day, the solar eclipse, the summer solstice, midsummer, all of that, right? Netta says, Elizabeth, congratulations. Kaylin says, you are handwriting your first draft. That is impressive. I always find that handwriting sort of like, it forces me to take more time, and therefore my word choices are usually a bit better, and I'm less willing to add in all the that's and the adverbs, and so handwriting improves my writing. It's always a lot slower, so I tend not to do it, even though I know it's better for me. Let's see, Life of Angelina filmed 2 vlogs. Yay, that's awesome. Did I do anything? Well, I filmed part of my bullet journal process for like the July month calendar. and that's it. Like, that's all I did other than my writing stream. I did post a video on Saturday, but I filmed that last week, so that kind of doesn't count, does it? I don't know. We'll count it. Sure. Why not? Nora says you've started taking the weekends off since the start of June, and you've noticed that it really increases your productivity during the week. Yeah, having like rest times or off times is important. So that is definitely a need sometimes if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. JLC says, hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Pauline, I am planning to write further on your fan fiction from yesterday and maybe do some outlining. Awesome. Keep Faith Baby also does fanfics, so yes. So Keep Faith Baby wants to know where Pauline is from. So y'all can chat in the chat if you want. Bookish Obsession, hello. You didn't realize this went live, so you're also on Becca's. Yeah, I saw that Becca was doing hers with Cachet as well, and so I was like, oh no, I can't. Also, I'll watch their replay. So it's going to be fun. Tina Holland says, hello. Better days are here. Hello. Bookish Obsession, same. So you closed out of Becca and Cachet's. You don't have that much brain power in the morning. Sometimes that is true. That's why I had coffee this morning and just about every other morning. I usually have coffee or a green tea latte. That's usually like my go-to caffeine for the morning. So one or the other. But I had coffee this morning. Life of Angelina, you notice that you can't really take a break 2 days in a row because then it's harder for you to get back into it. So taking a break both days of the weekend is hard. Yeah. Plus, like, society and like the way we go to schools and everything has sort of like ingrained in us that like the weekend is like for fun times. And so you pack your schedule full of things to do on the weekend that you can't normally do during the week. So it's kind of weird. And school also kind of trains us to do, to switch things up in our career and whatnot every 3 to 4 years. So I've talked to my friends about that because every like 3 to 4 years, if we start feeling antsy about our job, we're like, yeah, it's because that's the way that school has trained us. Because you go to like kindergarten for 2 years or so, pre-K and kindergarten, and then you're in elementary for like, for what you can remember, about 3 to 4 years. And then you go to middle school or junior high and you're there for 3 or 4 years, depending on how the school structure is. And then you go to high school, same thing, 3 or 4 years, depending on where in the world you are. Then you go to college, 4 years to get your bachelor's degree. And then you go to a master's program and it's like another 2.5, maybe 3 if your program is more extensive. PhDs kind of do the same thing. So it's kind of like your schooling, your education system like chunks you that way. And so every 3 to 4 years, if you start feeling antsy, that's why. So weird thought, but yeah. Tina is going to be working on your Regency today. Ooh, very nice. I'm going to be working on my outline for a romantic suspense. I think I'm going to be doing it modern though. But eventually I would like to try my hand at a Regency. Does anyone use the Forest app? Yes. Do you guys want to set up a group forest? I have a couple of different trees that I've got the celestial tree. So it's like the pink fluffy one that looks like cotton candy, that if you wait for the 2 hours, which I'm not going to do, but if you wait for the 2 hours, you get the stork in the, let's see if I can, and the colors are not showing, but it's like pink and cotton candy looking tree. And then I've got the tree that has the moon in it with the little rabbit underneath it if you wait the full 2 hours. And then I've got the weeping willow. So I can set up a group if you are interested in that. Let's see. Create a room. That way I'll put the code in the Okay, so the code is going to be 5S N W U X and J. 5S N W U X and J. So there we go. If you want to join, and I will. Somebody said they like the moon tree, so we can do a. Let's see. We can show like a partial moon if we're doing like 15 to 20 or whatnot, 15, 25. So feel free to join. And then because I usually do the 15-minute for our first sprint. So let's see. I will leave that code up on the screen in case you're interested. But yeah. La 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 la. Okay, so Pauline is from Belgium. Netta says the Forest app is the only thing that keeps you off your phone. Sometimes, yeah. Elizabeth says, I'm homeschooled, so you don't think your brain is trained to take breaks the same way everyone else is. Yeah, that's true. That is a little bit different. Because there's not as much a feeling of like the buildings changing, the curriculum changing, that kind of thing. That is a lot of school. Yeah. So I've only done through grad school. I've not done PhD. That's like maybe in the long-term plans, but I don't know. We'll see. PhDs cost a lot of money. I've already spent a lot of money on school anyway. So JLC finally caved and got the Forest app last night. Sylvia is here and is working on productivity sprints, emails, thumbnails, etc. All the things. Alrighty, so let's do the same and start working on all the things as well. Is it raining? It is. It just started raining while the sun is out. So what is that? The Kitsune's wedding in Japan, where if it's raining while the sun is out, a fox spirit is getting married. I think that's what the folklore for that is. Alrighty. So I am about to start the little Forest app. I see a few of you in there, and so you can always feel free to join the next one if you are interested. But we will start our first sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, how did we do? Let's see. It says that those of us who are in the group plant says the tree grew. So we now have a little bitty blue tree with a moon in it. And let's see, I'm going to have to do some math. I think maybe I got about 300-ish words, maybe. I turned off my calculator, so 256. So not too shabby for the first sprint. I've got my sticky notes going already. My to-do list for what I wanted to get done, and now I have another sticky note for math. So 15-minute sprint and 256 words. Okay. How did everybody else do? Let's see. Where did we go? Alley Cat popped in, so hello. And she wants to know how we are. I'm doing pretty good. Feeling nice and like I'm going to get some stuff done today. So that's always a good feeling. Let's see. Keep Faith Baby says, hello, Alley Cat. The measures for quarantine are tightening where you are, and it's absolutely obligatory to wear masks inside community places. And for a couple of days it wasn't. Yeah. Reports all over the world for second waves. Although sort of like Dr. Fauci here in the US has said that like we have not made it past the first wave, so let's not talk about a second wave yet. And all of the states that were easing measures are now starting to see spikes in the number of cases. I talked to a friend of mine who lives in Florida, and they saw like 4,000 new cases in one day being reported, although they are one of the higher testing states. So it's just like the numbers are more accurate where they are testing more often, whereas the states that are reporting lower numbers are likely not testing as much. So yay. Let's see. Alley Cat says, some days I don't join sprints because you don't feel like writing and you took a break for a few days. Yep. Sometimes that happens. 256 words for Keep Faith Baby. So you and I got the same amount. Hey, we're writing twinsies. Elizabeth got 331. Like Angelina says, the tree is very cute. It is. It's very cute. I like it. Pauline got 220 words. Life of Angelina got 247. Netta got 176. Not bad for the first sprint of the day. Exactly. Not bad at all. Sylvia said, thumbnails done for July. Woohoo! That is awesome. And shows that you are planning way ahead. I have not done any of that yet. Kaylin got 95 handwriting. Very good. Very good. Handwriting is tough. And then counting afterwards is kind of a pain too. Netta says, congratulations. Can't wait to see them. Yes, I'm still learning the thumbnail game. But I think, did I have a new one for today? Yes, I think I did. With the nano banner on it. So Nora got 195 words. Nice. Tina was editing and got 16 words more. That happens. Keep Faith Baby says, I think Bulgaria, your country, made it past the first wave, but you're not sure. Yeah, I hope so. And hopefully you won't have a second wave. But, you know, sometimes it's a little hard to be optimistic about these things when all the reports are like, nah, nope. Alley Cat has been doing homework. Good for you. Get that homework done. And Alley Cat, Keep Faith Baby wants to know when you finish school. Hopefully soon. Belgium is almost past the first wave too, you think, but you're not sure. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Allie Ernest, hello. Welcome. Let's see. You said that because you were also in. Yeah, Alley Cat does bop around a lot. Alley Cat waves or alley waves. A bookish obsession got some outline done for a YouTube video. Very good. Very nice. I've got to figure out how to do like a time lapse. That way maybe I can film part of me rearranging my room. I don't know if anybody wants to see that, but I might do it anyway because I'm bringing more bookcases into the room. Let's see. Makes sense. Yes. Working on math homework. Yeah, math takes a lot of concentration for me. Angeline says you've been using Canva and it's awesome. Yes, very much so. Off topic, you love the way you say your name. Noor, is that not how you pronounce it? Or is it a good one? I'm not sure. There's a book by, romance book by Nalini Singh. And one of the children in that book has the same spelling as you for a first name. So I was like, oh, that's a really cute name. I like it. So I like your first name. But I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Keep Faith Baby says, I adore Canva. Yes, very much so. JLC got 89 words for an outline. Woohoo! A major epiphany. Yes. Okay, so you got the major epiphany last night and you were rereading the brain dump you got out of it yesterday. So excited to have figured out that chunk. Nice. Hopefully your brain dump looks a lot better than mine. Amen to that. More bookcases are always a good idea. Yes. Well, two of my bookcases have been hanging out in the office and sewing room, and I want to bring them into my room. That way I have like all of my books in one place, theoretically. So that will, do that. It'll happen, I think, tomorrow. That's the plan, maybe. We'll see. Cross my fingers that I don't get too lazy. Okay, so lots of people saying we love Canva. Yes, absolutely. Divided by Sight. Hello, welcome. And you stopped by to say hi. Thanks. If you want more writing, Nicole Wheatley is doing a live stream at 2 on her channel, The Blind Mage. Nice. Okay, cool. So we can hop on there after we are done. Very nice. Thank you for that. Because I'm always forgetting who comes on after me. But I will be working till 3. So we can maybe pop on halfway through or partway through The Blind Mages. No, you say it perfectly like, oh, yay. Yay, I'm glad. Okay, so JLC says, thanks, Elizabeth. It's a bit of a mess, your brain dump, but you're trying to reread and organize, but it's a process. Yes, amen to that. Okay, so now that we all have progress, let's do another sprint. How long do we want to do for this one? Do we want to do a 20 or 25? And I will Books by Bailey's channel at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday. Okay. Books by Bailey, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Very cool. Okay. Create another room in case you're interested. Okay, so let me type the code for this one. 4QB9K54. Okay, that is the code for the next sprint, and we'll do a little 20 because I saw Sylvia suggested that, and I will switch it to the little celestial tree, which is the little pink fluffy top. Okay, so Bethany Votaw says, hello, welcome. Keep Faith Baby says, Sylvia, sometimes you use it for but for Wattpad, you haven't used it for publishing books outside. We're talking about Canva still? Okay. You have to warn that in about 25 to 30 minutes, you'll have to go, but you'll be back. Okay, awesome. Whale, I am excited. Let's do a 20 minutes. Share the screen so that you can actually see the timer. That way it's not a secret. Alrighty. Have I got it right? Yes. Okay, cool. So 20 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Alrighty. So, how did we do? I think we have a brand new little bitty celestial tree. So yay. Those of us who were planting that. Let's see, what am I at now? I'm now at 410. Let's do the math with the help of the calculator. I could do it on my own, but it's way faster. $467 that time. So that puts me at a little over 700 for the stream. So I feel like that was pretty good. And like I finished typing up the character information and adding some more details for like my main character, my main female characters, like motivation and goals and sort of like the conflict that she's going to have with the male lead. And then I started typing up one of the like secondary characters who's going to serve as kind of like the matchmaker in a way, which is her grandmother. And I'm like kind of wanting to write like the grandmother as like a bigger part than I had initially planned. Because I'm kind of in love with this grandmother's character now. So I'm like, but sometimes that's okay, as long as you have lovable characters, right? So I'm enjoying sort of developing the secondary characters a bit more than I had in my notebook yesterday. So that's been fun. So now I'm on to the male lead, and then I will be able to also flesh out the secondary character who's going to serve as sort of like the hindrance in their relationship and sort of kickstart some of the conflict. So that's going to be fun. All right, let's find where the chat stopped last time. Alley Cat said she needed to go. Okay, let's see. JLC said you're still excited about the story and you aren't frustrated with the mist just yet. Yes, everything is out of order and chaotic, but it's written down, so that's a bonus. Yes, very much so. Very much so. Life of Angelina, you're having to write scenes with the main character and his brothers, and your only child self is finding it difficult. Yeah, that might be a little difficult. But if you kind of maybe have friends that have multiple siblings, you can kind of think about how they interacted with their siblings. I mean, I hate to say like take movies as a reference, because I never really feel like those are like super accurate. I mean, some of them are, but mostly not. And every family has different sort of ways that you relate. So I don't know. Yeah, that's difficult, because it's like going over to other families that had multiple siblings, because I only have one older brother. And so we're a year and a half apart. And so our interaction is very different than somebody who like has 3 or 4 siblings, or has like siblings of all one gender, or that kind of. So it's been interesting, but it's always like you find something that you bond over, and then like you start figuring out what the banter would normally be. I think is maybe like the point that you should start with. Maybe, I don't know. Life of Angelina says you have the same problem. You generally do is pretend that they're really close friends, and then if they fight that they're enemies, it's worked out well. There you go. That's an idea. JLC, your main character has a sister, and they disappear, which is the inciting incident. Ooh, interesting, but it happens so early in the draft that you need to make sure the interaction they have before that packs enough punch. Interesting. So do they both disappear together, or does only one of them disappear? Now I'm curious. You also have 2 siblings and you're still finding it difficult. Yeah, definitely. And there are some things that, like, once you grow up with a sibling, you just, like, turn completely away from. Like, I typically don't play, we talked about video games yesterday, but I typically don't play first-person shooters with my brother ever anymore, because we would play like Halo and Doom and all those kind of things together on our little local area network, my dad, my brother, and myself. And it was just inevitable. Like, the first gun that he would find would be the sniper rifle, and then he would sit up in somewhere safe, and I would die like 10,000 times before the game would like randomly regenerate me with my little starter knife behind him, and so I could get like 1 kill to his 10,000. It's so upsetting. So upsetting. And I never play with him again because I can't win. It's so disappointing. Sylvia says, Instagram posts and story thumbnails are done. Nice. That is awesome. Progress. Let's see. Life Evangeline says you'll try that out. It's also harder because they're foster siblings and a bit younger. Okay, then sharing becomes a real issue. I have the 3 nephews, and the 2 older ones are, they're 2 years apart, but they don't want to share anything, and they want to compete for attention, like, really. And so, like, the oldest one's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. And then the now middle child, like, once he figured out that he can't always compete with his brother for attention, he is kind of turned into this, like, well, I'm going to do what I want to do. And if nobody's watching, that's fine, which is also a problem in itself. So Keep Faith Baby got 489 words. Nice. Allie, you're critique partnering a poem for a friend, so you were able to start on that this spring. Great. And get yourself some coffee. Even better, caffeine. Netta, 20 words. Lol, you deleted a whole scene and had to start over. Sometimes that happens, but hopefully it will be better. The story will be better without that scene that you decided was extra. No words for you, just rereading and organizing. Sometimes that has to happen. Pauline, 349 words and a chapter done. Yeah, great. Life of Angelina got 380. The story seems to be dragging on. Can't wait until you finish that and get to the next exciting bits. Yes, but sometimes when that happens, that for me, I know I have to go back and fix the pacing in that area, because if I feel it gets dragging, then I know my readers are going to feel like it's dragging. I think somebody was talking about Tolkien the other day and how, like, the ending, I think it was Marissa Mohi, when she was doing like a tarot spread story setup, she was talking about the ending, sort of like the resolution of the story, and how Tolkien's kind of drags on. And I was like, yeah, well, the beginning dragged on too. You have like 120 pages of like nothing but the Shire and how much the hobbits want to eat. So, like, you wouldn't be able to get away with that now. Not really. Nor did some handwriting to work through a difficult scene. Yes. Yay. Kaylin got 134 words, also handwriting. Great. Tina got 219 words. Keep Faith Baby. I think this is referring to JLC's story and the siblings that are being kidnapped or disappearing. I'm not sure if they're being kidnapped. They're at least disappearing. Oh dear, where'd it go? There we go. Life of Angelina. Ooh, then you can try and add in little quirks and things they didn't know about each other since they're foster siblings. Yes. You didn't hear the timer go off at first. Yeah, I try and keep the timer muted until the beeps, like until I stop the beeping, because I find that beep for Google annoying. So I try not to subject y'all to that. Bethany is still here, was chatting with your Discord group, but you are going to be productive now. Yes. Okay. Sounds good. Sorry. Well, I mean, if y'all prefer, I can let it beep for you. But I always kind of like the sound is not it's not like a pleasant chime. But if y'all want, I can start letting it beep for you. Let's see. So apparently with it being 2:00, Netta was wanting to pop over and check on the Blind Mages live. Is it not up yet? Nora said yes. Let's see. Nora says, I have 4 brothers. What would you like to know? There you go. Tracy, hello. Feel free to jump in with us. We should start another sprint shortly. I'm just wanting to catch up with some of the comments, but yes, feel free to join us. Life of Angelina says, you wonder how boys interact with each other. Do they get along? Do they fight? You know what girls would be like, but boys are a whole nother thing. And yes, Tracy, Netta is seconding. Are happy to have you. So you're trying rapid releases and you need to get book 2 written. Hugs. Oh, definitely. Like I don't know how rapid release happens because I'm sitting here ignoring my editing that I should be doing because I just don't want to do it. So I'm not sure rapid release is going to be possible for someone like me, but we'll see. Okay, so Nor says they roughhouse a lot more than girls, and that's kind of how they work out some minor fights, and they work out their aggression that way. Bookish Obsession started a mood board. Ooh. JLC, it's a portal fantasy. Nice. Sister disappears. The main character finds a terrible way to go after her. Bad decisions ensue. Yes, please. That is awesome. Love writing characters that make supposedly smart but actually terrible decisions. Yes. Okay, Allie Ernest says mood boards are the best distractions. Bookish Obsession says yes, but not necessarily conductive for getting stuff done. You've tried reading Lord of the Rings twice and haven't made it past the 2nd chapter. Yeah, the Shire drags a lot. But once things get going, it's really good. Really good. So if you can get past the Shire and make it to the Barrow Downs and Tom Bombadil, things start picking up. Nora says if they're fighting with words, it's worse because the aggression is building up and then they like to lash out. The Blind Mage's stream was taken down for copyright. What? Got removed for violating terms of service. Was she using music in the background? That's not nice. I hope it gets fixed. Life of Angelina had to listen to Fellowship on audio to read it, but it does get better. It does get better, and then like when they split up, you're impatient because he always switches at like a cliffhanger moment whose perspective he's following. And so you get really, really annoyed with Tolkien because like just as soon as you're like getting really involved in whoever he's following, he switches perspective and then you're following a different character. Like, no, I want to go back. So it does get very good. So, but I definitely, the beginning is a drag. YouTube has been super trigger happy with strikes lately. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe because there's like a lot more amount of content going up because everybody's bored during quarantine. And so they're just kind of like copy striking everybody for like possibilities. I don't know. Is the audiobook better? I don't know. Yes. Allie says yes. Okay, cool. All right, I think we are finally to the comments. So let's start another sprint. Shall we do a 20 or a 25? What do you guys prefer? I am okay with either. And let's see. In case you want to X. That is a room code if you are interested in doing the forest app. I've got a little willow tree to plant for, we can do either a 20 or a 25. Keep Faith Baby says 25. Whoa, everybody's saying 25. All right. And they like all popped in at once. Okay, so 25 it is. And let me share the screen. All righty there. So 25 minutes. Ooh, Keep Faith Baby is close to finishing your chapter. Nice. Very, very good. Okay, so 25 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There's the beep. Was that slightly less scary? No voice first. Alrighty, so let me do my calculation. Feel like I did pretty darn well that time. So 2108 minus 1410. That's 698 that time. That was pretty darn awesome. And I have finished filling out the character profiles and adding some more details to the secondary characters. So I finished off adding in details about personality with the female lead, male lead, the grandmother matchmaker, and the sidekick who is the hindrance to their developing relationship. But he actually, like, in hindering them, he is the sort of like the incident, or he creates the incident that allows them to sort of rethink their fling to be a little bit more serious, I guess. So yeah. So I've gotten that done. I've changed some of the like occupations for the characters. So I feel like I'm getting the story a little bit more solid. So I was working on plot points in Act 2 for the story, for the novella. So let's see how everybody did. Okay, Keep Faith Baby added 151 words and finished the chapter and then had to head out. So congrats to her for finishing the chapter. Life of Angelina got 329, and you think you're going to stop writing for now. I'm going to move back inside and start editing some videos. Yes, if you have been outside, remember to go in, check and see if you have a sunburn. I went outside for a walk the other day, and I only stayed out for 45 minutes because I knew that, being as pale as I am, I have the tendency to, the first like few times I go out for an hour or so in the summer, like really get sunburned. So I managed to only get a slight pink tint. So, but yes, sunscreen is your friend. Vanya says, oh crap, I was all ready to go 5 minutes before we started, then you got distracted by Sims. That is okay. Kaylin decided to write outside, so you also went outside and brought your cat. Aw. But then he got scared and went inside, so you brought your dog out, and he's being annoying, so you didn't get any words. Well, at least you spent some time with your kitty and your puppy. Bookish Obsession wrote an email trying to reach out to YouTube so they can hopefully get it together. Are you hoping to help with a blind mage's stream, or is it a problem for your channel? Sylvia said, you're done with productivity for the day. Congrats. I'm glad you got some stuff done. You're welcome for the sprints. Pauline said she got 469 words. Very nice. Elizabeth got 466 and made it past 70K. Yay! Congratulations, Elizabeth. That is awesome. Tracy got 876 words. Wow. Very nice. You're more than welcome for the sprint. I'm glad you did the work. Let's see. I bet it does feel good. Yes, the 70K. I made some more progress on chapter 48. You think you'll be able to finish it today? I hope so too. What character profiles do I use? So I have something that I made. Let me see if I can pull it up on the screen for you. Maybe. I posted it on my blog, but like, it's just PDF. I don't know. Maybe I could put it in like a Google Doc and like do the link to that in in the description of one of my videos. Nope, wrong folder. There we go. So let's see if I can, once it comes up, then I can share the screen with it. Vanya got 1 page edited. That's awesome. You are closer to the end. That is great. Netta got 434 words, your first day writing after a too long brainstorming break. So you're super happy. Yeah, that's awesome. Tracy going to go offline for a while, do some heavy plot points for upcoming scenes. Good for you. Have fun with that. Sometimes being offline helps, for sure. JLC says, I may have an ending for the final book. Ooh-hoo! You got overwhelmed and had to lie down for a bit. The idea is kind of vague and you're trying not to scare it away. Yes, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. 229 words for Tina. Awesome. Okay, so let's see, share the screen with this one. So I have, this is just the PDF of it, but, so I have a sort of little sheet where I have like the basics, and then I have like the background information for the family, places to write information for like, what the residence and hometown is, what are the occupations. I've got personality development prompt things for me, like clothing style, what's their favorite kind of clothes to wear. And then I like having like a personal item or accessory, kind of like a talisman that is important to the character that they sort of bring along with them. So I've got things like that. And then like usually I have a little bit for a sidekick or like a secondary character. And then I have like a sample filled out one that goes along with it. So just kind of like, I've got that. And that's kind of what I do in general before I usually write stories. I did not for Project Gray. I just kind of, I had this, like, Project Gray just started with the question of like, in a world of magic, what happens when somebody doesn't have magic? And then when they get it, like, what if it's the wrong kind of magic? So that was like, that was the whole like go point for Project Gray. So I didn't do any character development. It just started with that question. It was just like, all right, we're going to write this because it's in my head now. So I don't have any character descriptions whatsoever in the draft, like the full 500 pages. Oops. The full like 500 pages of this. Like, there are no character descriptions, like, whatsoever. I have no idea what they look like. I mean, I kind of have, like, a vague-ish idea, but, like, there are no character descriptions whatsoever. So, yeah. So I've got to, I should probably, like, go back and do that for Project Gray, but I haven't. I've procrastinated it, so... let's see. Netta says, Tina, good job. And everybody did do great. Yes, absolutely. I made it, I think I originally made it in, I either made it in Word or in Google. I don't remember. But I used like the shapes and then just turned it into a text box. And like, then you can put shapes in and put like a little drop shadow on them. So I did that. But yeah, but that, like, doing it that way instead of like just having the like bold and then like a blank space for whatever you're describing, you know, it's just kind of like a little bit funner, a little bit cuter. But yeah. No, I made that myself. So yeah, so it's probably not as good as it could be, but I thought it was cute. So yep. Okay. Shall we do, let's see, well, it is 2:51. So how about we do a quick 10-minute sprint to end us off? Because I usually leave at 3 p.m. So I will set up a 10-minute timer so we can do one last bit and just kind of finish everything off. Don't forget to save your documents. Don't forget to save and hydrate, all that fun stuff. All right, so 10 minutes, quick sprint to end us off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, there is the beep. That is the end of our writing sprint, which I forgot to take off the third sprint banner, but there you go. So how do we do? I switched documents. So let's see. I got 183 to end up. So there you go. So that is the 183 for that one. So I should do the math and add them all up for me. So I got 256 the first sprint, 467 the second, 698 third, and 183 in the last. So that's 1,604. So that is mostly outlining for the new novella and character development and profiles and such. So I feel like I have a much more solid grasp of what my characters feel like. I have like a few descriptions of what they look like, for the main characters at least, but you know, doing pretty good. Okay, so Angelina got some editing done for a vlog, which she will continue to edit after the stream ends. Good. Very good. Netta got 197. Awesome. Pauline got 224. Very nice for a 10-minute window. Kaylin got 85 words and finished chapter 5. Awesome. That is great. And you're still handwriting. So shake those hands out. Get some blood flowing back in those fingers. JLC had to do some work. So again, no words added to the outline, but you need to get down. No words added to the outline, but you need to get down stat. Okay. Gotcha. 198 ended off on a really fun scene. Awesome. That is good. Fun scenes are the best. See, a bookish obsession only edited for 4 minutes because you somehow ended up earlier in the stream, so you didn't know we were sprinting. Sometimes YouTube does that. I don't know why. Like if you accidentally hit the pause button, or even if you're, I don't know, it's weird sometimes. Netta got 817 in total, only 1,519 to go. Hey, but you're way closer than you were before, so good, good. All righty. That's always fun. Yes. Added 2.5 more scenes. Very good. Very awesome. Yeah, I started trying to, once I realized that I was not doing a chapter a day when I was drafting, I started trying to go by scenes. Like, I'm going to finish this scene today. Or, you know, so like the smaller goals helped me for sure. Okay. Well, let's see. Vanya, you finished a chapter. Yay! You don't have to work tomorrow, so you'll keep going tonight. You're welcome for getting you started, but you did that. You started. A bookish obsession got a few more paragraphs edited. Very nice. Yeah. Sometimes the keyboard just does not want to do it right. Okay. Well, that is the end of my stream. Does anybody know if the Blind Mage's stream got back up and if it's going again? Or if there's anybody else starting in this hour or at the 4 o'clock time? Since it is Monday, this evening is Austin K's stream, which I will be going to. I don't know if Becca C. Smith and Cachets is still going or not. But there should be a couple more streams today. So if you know of somebody who is streaming right after me, please drop them in the chat. Or if they're streaming later tonight, go ahead and drop them in the chat as well. That way we can all continue to be productive, artistic, creative souls. So I've had fun today. I feel good. Let's see. Elizabeth, ooh, you're hungry. It seems you forgot to eat today. No, don't do that. Go get food. Go get food. Nor says bye. You're welcome for hosting. A bookish obsession agrees with me. Well, then go eat. Let's see. Allie is doing your stream tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will try to set my alarm. I will try. Becca and Keshe are on their last sprint. Okay, so you could like hop on over there real quick and do one more sprint with them. Alrighty. You're welcome and you're welcome. And Alley Cat, I'm sorry, we're leaving. So you're going to have to pop over to somebody else's stream. Becca and Keshe are doing their last sprint, and then there should be some other people, I think, starting at either 4 or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you'll have like maybe an hour break before somebody starts. Although BC Brown Books has been starting usually at like 3 or 4. So she may have a stream up soon as well. So you're welcome. You're welcome. And yes, please do eat. And bye. All right. Thank you again for joining me. I will be back on Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So bye. See y'all later.